The brand new group. The new
Yeah.
album.
Yeah,
No Face, No Cases is out.
it's out.
T.R.U.
The Real University.
Welcome to the show, goddammit.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Schoolie, we've had you on the show before,
Yes, sir. I'm happy to be back.
but let your your contemporaries introduce themselves to L.A. one time.
I have 2 of the 3 of my brothers here. I'm World, Atlanta finest.
You got Sleepy Road, man. One of the coolest niggas in the city, man.
One of the coolest.
Then has court.
One of the
court
bullets.
this morning, so he couldn't be here. You know.
So you got to take care of that court. You know what I'm
You
saying?
dig what I'm saying?
Chainz, can you kind of speak to? I mean, this is something that you and Tech have been working on for years. You guys got the studio in Atlanta. You know, obviously, rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. This has been a movement that isn't new. Why now drop a project to kind of introduce the world to everybody? What made the timing right?
This is just one of the only things I hadn't done was, put somebody on and start a record label. I think my portfolio looks pretty healthy right now with ownership of a few lounges, restaurants, a team, Grammys.
Yep.
But I hadn't put nobody on, to be for real. Like, just gave somebody else an opportunity. So that's what this whole thing is about.
You just glazed past all that shit like it wasn't nothing, bro. Like, fuck
Restaurant,
that. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
A lot of the homies is like moving on and passing and stuff like that. People don't get the proper just due while they hear. Me and Kev have had this conversation about you in this city. You are severely underrated. You know what I'm saying? As far as shout out to my big homie G Malone. He the one who really put me on you back in the day.
G a real one.
And I just feel like, do you ever feel like that you don't get your just due?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. All the time. It's a few reasons why. But it's always been harder for me than everybody else. I feel like I had to go 5 times harder than somebody else to get the same results or the same recognition. So I'm kind of wired for that. But I've always thought I was underrated in certain ways, and I'm not sure why. I know I move a certain way that's different from a lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm very transparent and I'm authentic, and I'm just going to ride that wave. That's me right there.
I always say you say the hardest shit in the flyest way in hip hop.
You and E40.
Yeah, I get that. But nah, I mean, yeah, because like I do feel like when we were talking about all those lists that were going on last year with the top rappers, and I had you I think like top 23 or 24 on my 50. But I didn't I was like a lot of those lists were just flagrant as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like how you not get this man?
Well, see, when I get on those. First of all, the list don't bother me at all,
right?
Because it's like your top, 100 rappers, which is, I guess, an honor for some people to be 49 or whatever. That's not really a big thing to me. My thing is the consistency, the longevity, the legacy, and the fact that anytime I get on anybody else's track, I take it. I treat it like it's mine. So when you put that person up there, some of them folks owing something when they going against me on a song. Like never had a one, not even got a close to a W because I come different every time. So it don't really bother me like that. You know what I mean? As far as my own personal projects getting looked over, man, if I was a builder rapper, I could blame labels. I can blame 1,000 different sources and excuses, but I just feel like if the music good, it's gonna get a listen sooner or later.
It's about longevity. Like to me, like you've been in this position of being the hottest rapper in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've been in that position in this game, which not a lot of people can say, but a lot of people have that. And then 5 years later, we don't know where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Like you've always been consistent. You guys specifically, like what is it like having Chainz as a big homie in the game? Because obviously he's been through it all,
Everything.
When it comes from being in a group with on DTP to running it up.
To me, in this world speaking, it's everything. Like learning from him, learning from his failures is a compliment. Everything, like being a good artist, better father, everything.
He just took me in. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't have
Straight up.
I ain't have a brother. I ain't have a big brother. He ain't have no little brother. But it was just like a chemistry thing, like when we get in the studio, like he said, it's easy, very easy. We just be building. We learn from each other. I got him singing and stuff.
You got him singing. That's funny. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I see what's going on, man. It's just like protege, man. Like you gotta follow up to be a good goddamn leader. You gotta be a follower. So I'm just following shot step.
Yo, how you guys all coming out of the city? Do you remember the one Chainz project that was like imperative to your childhood? Like you know what I'm saying? I remember like when I remember
man,
when
I was locked up, bro. I was in 23-1. That Watch Out Little Bit video used to come on.
Oh yeah.
Shawty had the big head walking around that I used to be like, ooh, Shawty snapping.
That
23-1. That I was in the cell for 23 hours.
You was on
a day.
lockdown.
It wasn't even lockdown. That was just every day.
Okay.
From 15 to 17.
That's crazy. 1 hour a day out of the cell.
1 hour a day.
Damn.
So if I wasn't in the hole for just doing some stupid shit.
Well, did you get there because of like you did some shit wrong and then they put you in the hole, or was that just?
Hey, yeah, I might pop the sprinkle on them folk. Let me out my room, or if I don't, you feel me? Bad as hell, I was bad as hell. You feel me? So I pop the sprinkle, I might flood the toilet.
Oh yeah, damn.
Shit like that, you know, some young nigga shit.
You out though, bro.
Yeah, I'm out.
Let them know, right?
I'm here.
Hey, speak. I wanted to. No, go ahead. You want to speak on it?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Now I was gonna say, what surprised me about the project, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, is how diverse it is. I thought, like, obviously a 2 Chainz project, we kind of know what we gonna get, in my opinion, because you've been consistent, like Kev was saying. But when I was listening to the project, Wu stood out to me, Georgia stood out to me, like the difference, the difference.
Me right there, that Sleep Road.
No, I got you. I know. That's why you just finished talking. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it. Was that done intentionally? Like we gonna switch it up a little bit, come a little different, or was that something that just happened naturally? Because I felt like that shit was fire. Like,
nah, I mean, I'm telling you, these guys have the talent and the music in the studio savvy down pat. I don't have any word, like they all individual stars. I know that's hard to believe.
Yeah,
Schoolie's been a star. So he's like a teenage icon from back way from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? World. He already had a wave going before he got with me. And as far as Hot and Sleepy, they just got so much pain that they translate into their music that it's infectious and it's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this on all levels. So you're not the first one to tell me this. And I recognize this early. I don't care about how many followers you got. I don't care nothing about all that social media cap. I'm trying to hear your story, and I'm trying to see some work ethic out. If I see all that, I can put the rest of the plays together. And that's what happened on this album. Them boys love the studio, and they just got to get that pain off their chest one way or another. So I'm just here to facilitate that whole play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Real quick, it's no secret, like the whole DTP, you was kind of unhappy with that situation. What do you plan on doing different as now being an executive in this position, putting on
I've been doing stuff different. I mean, they don't know what I did at DTP, obviously, but I've been doing stuff different. You know, you learn from your ups and downs, you know? So it's a couple of things I don't really have to, pinpoint out, but I just move different. They with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just different. I ain't trying to shit on no situation.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
But they don't have an idea or clue, but it's just a very different.
I kind of do, like, it's I could say, like, just from context clues, he give us, like he told you, he give us more control. Like we got
do what you want to do.
Creative control.
Yeah.
We can let us explore. Let us
Chainz,
use our imagination.
Being with Def Jam so long, what made you want to jump over to Atlantic for this situation? And are you still on Def Jam as a solo artist?
Yeah, I have another album left with Def Jam for sure. But with the Atlantic, I didn't want to put all with the Atlantic Records deal that I have now. I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. That's just a hustler right there. I didn't want to put all my work in
one spot,
one crib. Yeah, they bust my house, and I'm done for good. Like, so that's what happened. I put out an album last year that I felt like should have been
great body.
If not nominated for a Grammy, should have damn near won.
The statute of limitations is still in heavy rotation.
You dig what I'm saying?
Man.
So, and then after that come out, I started working with these boys. But case in point, ain't none of my bills late. Ain't none of that. I'm still able to stay above water. I didn't even go on tour the last year or the year before last. You know what I'm saying? I'm still making sure everything's shaking. So that's the reason why I would put another situation somewhere else to see what that feeling is like to go into a building and get that excitement again, that initial excitement again. I come from college recruiting and all of that. Like when the coach come and try to woo your mom and you to come to their school. That's the whole thing about jumping to different labels and different businesses. When you're in the position that I'm in and having a little leverage, you get to hear what conversations these people want and what's best for you and your team. And so that's what I did. And Atlantic is one of the best labels doing, in my opinion. So I couldn't wait to kind of link up with them.
For sure. You obviously, Chainz, you're probably known as probably one of the best basketball players in hip hop, if not the best.
He has a vertical advantage, though.
You know, you're
you know what I'm saying?
we know you're.
It ain't like you 5'8".
Yeah, you're a huge basketball fan, man. Like, how did you react to the news of Kobe's passing?
I was torn away by it. I was crushed. Kobe's my favorite player. You know, I want to pray for him and his family and his daughter and everybody else.
Yeah, no, it was rough. This season, NBA is kind of like the first time there's been some parity involved where we kind of like don't know who's going to – yeah, I feel like the Warriors have kind of had it for the last 5 or 6 years. Who do you like if you had to put some money
Lakers
down?
1,000%. I like the Lakers.
Like the Lake Show?
Yeah, you know, I see the Lakers doing something this year.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You got one more album left on Def Jam. Last year's album was crazy. Or how much music are you sitting on right now for the new project?
You funny. What, 4 or 5 hard drives, maybe?
Damn.
Yeah, hard drives. We travel with 3 hard drives, so
That's crazy.
Something I'm curious to know. Like, I mean, anybody can answer this, but how do y'all balance like the egos in the studio? Because I know it. You know, sometimes it'd be like, I want the verse on this, or I want to take this to the face.
Well, we'll go in there and go crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's friendly, though.
Competition.
Friendly competition, but whoever go in there go crazy.
Has anybody come weak on a song and y'all told them like, yeah, this ain't it, bro. You got to go back in there and redo this, or
Tech probably did.
oh, he did.
Not
Tech
yet.
can't wait to
Speak
tell
on
you.
it.
Not yet.
Nobody.
He's
Like,
yo, you got
no, go
I
ahead.
mean, it's friendly competition. It's definitely friendly competition, but at the same time, like, we got to be honest with each other. I can't let you do a weak verse and I'm just cool with
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? If we're trying to win,
Everybody got.
I got to be honest.
100%.
I don't like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's just my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm right, but
You know, you got some. You got some experience.
You got a
know what I'm
little
saying? You got a
Exactly.
nice little. You got a
That's
nice
what
little
I
track
have.
record. You
That's
feel
what
me?
I have. It's like I can listen to that. And you know, obviously, you know, I'm a DJ by nature, so
right.
it's just I listen to records differently.
Just so y'all know who just that's just you know DJ Techniques.
Infamous.
Hey, Chainz. But besides yourself, who are the other 3 guys you put on the Mount Rushmore of trap music, man? I feel like you're on there. Who are the other 3?
Of trap music? Oh, man, I don't want to get into that. That's some clickbait.
That's fair. You guys collectively, what about your solo shit? Obviously, the group project is out, but I'm sure you guys are also all working on your own stuff respectively.
Sure.
Is there any sort of like plans to release anything soon from any of you guys, or are we just focus on this album right now?
Yeah, I have plans to release a couple singles from my album coming, my solo album coming called Nobody Likes Me.
Nobody likes me. I like that, man.
This
What
is
about you,
Schoolie talking, by the way.
This world, I got World War I on the way, mixtape.
I like that.
Gonna go crazy. I give you that feeling like it don't matter what you do in life. I just make you want to get up and grind.
For sure.
World War I going crazy.
Okay, what about you, bro?
I just dropped the tape.
Your
Right
shit's
before
out.
the compilation. Go get that.
Go get it.
Go get that. I'm talking about like yesterday. It crazy. It called telling you.
Now, did you guys have any relationships prior to coming to T.R.U, or did you guys all form your friendships
Me
after
and
signing
Hot
to
from
the
the
label?
same block.
Okay.
Me and
he's not here right now.
Shout out
He
to
ain't
Hot.
here. He the one that caught.
Me and World, we always knew each other. We used to be in Club Crucial together all the time. I used to be in his hood. When he at Club Crucial, he in my hood.
Out of
You know, so,
everybody
like-
in the crew, who's smacking who on 2K? Who's the 2K champ in
I
the
don't
studio?
play.
Got to
I don't play basketball
We
games.
on Call of Duty.
We play.
Call of
yeah,
Duty,
I play
sir.
Call of Duty.
Let me
Grand
know when
Theft
you want to
Auto.
run that
Okay,
up.
okay.
I'm a Call of Duty man. I recently just went back to the Black Ops 3 to play the zombie game.
Oh, the
Zombie
zombies
real
is the
quick.
one.
Yeah, I just went to round 42. I'm going back. and
You went to
forth.
round 42?
Yeah, zombie by myself, solo. right.
Solo?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't play with this guy.
Hey, I was gonna ask about the features. It's probably like I think 3 on the whole project outside of the crew was
Yeah.
like
Chopper's on
Was
there.
there some songs that didn't make it that had some features on it?
What?
I just want to know because I was
wanted
looking
so
at it. I was like, I
much
saw
on it.
Chopper, then I saw it was only at 2 more, right? It's 3 total, right?
Y'all think he's sitting on something?
So
Sitting
y'all
on
got
music?
so y'all got some shit there.
Y'all think he's sitting on something? We sitting on something.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a lot in the vault with all us on there. He got a lot of
Our
songs
first
like
time
that
in
the vault.
LA, the first time he flew me out, me and Hot, we made like 10 songs the first 2 days. I'm talking about like this.
Damn.
Okay.
That's what's up. It's important to have work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine somebody of his stature fucking with y'all would have to have the same ethic.
We Slick did the compilation in like a week. No cap.
Real
We
talk.
did it like in a week.
He said Slay.
We just,
Oh, for real?
yeah, we just really took the time out to kind of like pick and choose what type of songs, and we kept doing music as we went along, you know, so it added on to it. And I think I can speak for everybody. I think everybody has a good work ethic
That's what's up.
over here. In their own way too.
Chainz, I'm curious, man. Outside of your crew, who's a new artist that you're fucking with, that you're vibing with, whether it be their music or their bars or somebody who's newer. Oh, the Griselda boys are crazy.
Oh yeah, I like the Griselda boys. I definitely like the Griselda boy. Me and Benny got a great relationship together. I did a song for him. He be coming to the studio on the A.
Yo, you and Griselda, man. That's why I always fuck with you.
Yeah,
because Chainz always here's a Raekwon song. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's
Here's a
funny.
Freddie
They
Gibbs
had
feature.
Raekwon on their introduction, so I was just related. As soon as they came on, and I remember Raekwon moved to Atlanta. And we started rocking with him in Atlanta, like making sure he was straight and everything.
He was on True Religion, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he was on my mixtape. So, but he always told me, I was gonna be here too. A lot of the times when I was frustrated and thinking things were moving stagnant, a lot of the people that was already established was telling me I was gonna blow up and be somebody like they already knew it. And Raekwon was one of them. So when I checked out the Griselda album, he did this little intro, and he said something that I won't forget. He said, don't make people that don't love you make you feel like you should love them more than they love you, is basically what he said.
Right.
And I just could relate to that because, you know, you can feel that energy when people be like, yo, so you ain't fucking with your boy, but you know, like, you ain't fucking with me either. You
Right,
know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? So, and of course, I'm a huge NBA fan.
Oh, man,
young
he's
boy, you know what I'm
amazing.
saying? I'm a huge NBA fan. Me and my little boy, and then of course you said outside of my boys right here, but who else I like? Skate.
You know who really?
Yeah, I like Roddy too.
Oh, Roddy's incredible. Who reminds me of you, kind of that can rap and has the charisma like when you first came out, is the Baby.
The Baby hard too.
I feel like you guys both are barred up.
I
both.
I can tell he's an intelligent rapper too. He knows how to
Very
entertain.
smart
He knows
guy.
how to entertain people. Once you realize this business is a business of entertainment,
Right.
then you'll stay out of trouble. It'll be a much easier situation for you. This is about, and that's why I stay booked. I know how to perform on stage. I know how to get rebooked.
Even if you break your
I know
leg.
how to, even if I break my leg.
Man.
I know how to get, like, man, I can't tell you that I enjoy doing this every time, but I can't get around it. People want to hear me speak. People want me to come to radio stations. So this is a whole package of entertainment. It's like this package. It's not just one thing you do for entertainment. And I think he's one of those guys that understand that.
Any other? Obviously, you've been killing shit with the TV show, the most expensive shit.
Yeah.
Which is some of the shit on there I just can't even believe.
Boy, me neither.
That's some real some real ignorant ass shit going on. Like, yo, wait, how much?
Yeah.
But like obviously, you're one of those guys who like you said, you're the whole package. Is there any other stuff on the horizon when it maybe TV shit or anything like that coming up for you?
I'm just working right now. You know that. And we don't need nobody out there trying to pray against what I got going on.
I hear
So
you.
we just in the
It'll
kitchen.
happen when it comes. We'll
I'm
see
in the
it.
kitchen cooking like always, man. You know something going on though. You
Of
know
course.
I ain't not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You just know that there's is that a BlackBerry?
Nah, this
No,
is first of all,
was that a
it's a Galaxy.
Okay.
Boost?
I
Don't
got
do my
both.
man. Don't
was
do my
that a
man like that.
Nextel?
I got you say you was trapping on the Android, all right? So
that was back then when I was.
Yeah.
That was back then when I was.
I got both.
Okay.
Stupid,
That
bro.
was an old ring. What that sidekick?
Oh, that kill Sarah.
That with a side. I'm like,
Hey, let me
boy.
tell you, Chainz, when you said that on your rap, like, because I've always been a hardcore Android guy. I finally got an iPhone.
Oh,
but
our Android
but you
guys
valid that.
was so
I was
happy.
like,
when-
yeah,
I swear.
we got one.
You
But
guys
you
are
always
weird.
had even when you was on, you always had the Galaxy
Yeah,
joint.
I have the 1-on-1 because I was
Yeah.
torn. I was torn between the two. I keep.
I'm still torn.
I kept a droid, but I swear, when I said something about a droid on the song, droid users was coming up to me like, "I'm telling you, ain't it better than an iPhone? Like, this is a real big deal."
No, it's a thing.
I just had a Google phone for like maybe a year.
Pixel.
Yeah,
it's probably
and then used it. You know what I'm saying, for like a year, and every so often somebody would be like, you too rich to have this kind of phone. Like the Google phone costed $40 or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Should have been like, hey, let's take a picture and see which one look better.
yeah. So that's all it is, man. Long as mine can call my wife, kids, and my mama, I really don't care what kind of phone it is.
That's fair enough.
Hey, I want to commend you too for the fatherhood thing because you're not afraid to showcase that. Like, I feel like men that look like us always get a bad stereotype, and you've always been in the public eye a great father. You know what I'm
They
saying?
got some pretty kids, man. Some people got ugly kids. I mean, I'm being real, bro. Bro,
we talk about that shit all the time.
I don't put filters and stuff, whatever on your kid.
Yeah.
Like, you got a kid, you
Auto-tune on the face.
Yeah, I don't. My kids are beautiful, brother. Yeah. So that's really. It's kind of like I don't be wanting to do that, but I be like, man, y'all got to see how pretty this damn baby is. You know, and that's all that be.
Yeah.
Some people they just be like, I don't want to. That's not the world's business. But you really just your baby ain't grew into his features yet.
We just had this conversation. Most babies aren't that cute. Like,
no, baby, don't
first,
be.
The first 6 months
it take a
usually
minute
rough.
for him to, mine be exotic looking. I'd be like,
all right, let me ask you a question. Based on what you did. When the last time 2 Chainz seen an ugly baby? You don't have to say where or who, but when the last time you saw?
You trying to get me? What's wrong with y'all?
I'm just asking. We talk about this on the radio all the time.
I saw ugly baby today on Instagram.
That's one of them. I just told you what's up.
My baby was ugly when it just came out. I'm keep 100.
I like that.
Shit,
man, you was crazy.
Lil' bro was ugly. Lil' bro was just ugly, boy.
Like, damn.
You hear me twin?
Hey, keep it a buck, huh?
You gotta talk about my nephew like
Keep 100.
got the illest name.
Hey, I fuck with you though.
What's your son's
You know
name?
what I'm saying? Because Kev said the same thing about his son.
Yeah, Legend Shayla.
Yeah, when my son first came out, he looked crazy. Yeah, the cone head shit. I'm like, oh
Man,
my
mine
god.
had the cone ears, bro.
Yeah, no,
My
she
ears
was fucked
round.
up for about 3 weeks.
my ears.
Yeah.
You got hold them on.
Like, ah, shit.
Stocking cap.
Oh.
That's funny, bro.
Hey, Chainz, I just got married last year. I know you were recently married to your longtime lady.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My wedding was extremely frugal.
I wish mine.
the
was.
I'm saying you was at
Don't-
Versace. You was at the Versace mansion, right?
Yeah, I wish mine was frugal.
What was that? What?
It
Can you
wasn't
share?
frugal.
What was the
It
total?
wasn't frugal.
like, wedding
over
cost?
Over a million.
Over $1 million.
Oh my God, bro.
Over $1 million. Suits and shit ain't nobody gonna wear again. Son ain't gonna wear again. Shit, dress shit. Man.
Kev had Subway sandwiches at his wedding.
No, I didn't.
You
I'm
didn't?
gonna get-
No,
I'm gonna get
no. I
married,
had
too.
some catering from an
Oh
Italian.
no, yeah,
restaurant.
catering, but it was before the wedding.
No, before the wedding, I postmated some Jersey Mike's.
Some Jersey.
Jersey Mike. Yeah, that was very frugal. Now, man, we were drinking Versace red wine and really kicking it by the pool, and I rented the mansion out for the weekend.
Yeah, you got the Versace mansion,
We had
bro.
a big old white tiger and some bunch of.
Were you
funked
eating
up some money.
gold and shit
But
at the wedding?
funked up a bunch of money. Yeah, but it was all for the better. It was a good time. It was a celebration. A lot of people were there who've never been to Miami before, Florida before, much less the mansion and things like that. So
I was gonna say, would you give a young couples out there? Do you think they should go all in on a wedding, or do you think they should, from your perspective, because like you just said, it's a lot of shit. You're only gonna use that one day.
Well, some folks they got these traditional style where the father-in-law is supposed to take
Pay.
care
They're
and
supposed to
all
pay.
that stuff.
Yeah. My girl don't know her dad, so I was fucked there.
Yeah. But I mean, if I knew then what I know now, I still probably do it because I had a great time, man.
Experience.
And sometimes like $1 million, it took me a long time to make my first million. I ain't gonna lie. But it didn't take me that long to make my second million.
The first million's the hardest, right?
That's the truth.
For real?
The first one hard. You be at 999 for 9 months.
Right.
I ain't lying. Just trying to get it. Then when you get it, you like, I'm not gonna spend. It's a thing with this hood mentality stuff, man. You just kind of go $100 at a time, and then you start saving you $1,000. Then it's like 25, 5,000. You go all the way up to 100,000, and you be like, if I get 100,000 10 times, I'll be a millionaire. And this is just the hood mentality of selling bags and stuff like that.
Of course.
And then you get $1 million, it just be. So for me, anyway, I blew it. It's gone. I had a great time. I'm married, got 3 kids.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
family.
What's something that you spent money on that you do regret, that you might, like over the years, something that you probably like, damn, I fucked that off?
Maybe a snowmobile.
And Atlanta would be stupid to have a snowmobile.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe some
What's
shit.
something that you could think of?
That I bought and I regret?
Yeah.
I balance my regrets with something that I need. So if I buy something that I regret, I say this all the time. If I buy a bunch of jewelry, I try to find some property to balance out that investment where it's just not looking like I'm fucking up some money.
You're obviously a very smart guy when it comes to your money and investing. If somebody's watching this that's sitting on a nice like chunk of change, like let's say 100 racks, you know what I'm saying? Like where would you, obviously not from a professional standpoint, from your personal standpoint, where do you think?
That's more than enough money to start.
Hell yeah.
First, you should get an LLC, and then whatever your passion is, you should probably Google it, see what's going on in your area. Man, people don't realize because they don't do the information or the research on how much it costs to open up a Subway or a Smoothie King, the Jersey Mike's, whatever the hell you had at your wedding or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take a lot of money or resources to open this stuff up. It just takes like 5 minutes of reading. Once you get to that point, you can understand how to turn $100,000 into something that can work for you. But $100,000 is more than enough money to jump yourself in the game, have something going on for yourself. Especially in Atlanta, man, you can ride around in the Sprint and sell hair and be rich in Atlanta. I mean, you can do anything in Atlanta and be rich. Man, that's how my crack grapes, man.
Grapes?
Grapes, man.
They had Ric Flair pulling up.
Ric Flair?
Ric Flair in the hood
Might get
pulling
the house
up.
busted in a minute going so hard.
Yeah.
Damn.
They just got a stove. Them folks just went to Shark. They just went to Shark Tank. Shout out.
Oh, they went on
Grape.
Shark Tank?
I mean, crack. What it called?
Selling
Crack
grapes.
House.
Wow.
Yeah, the crack
Oh, we
house.
hustling wrong out
Shout out
here.
to Crack House. They just went to Shark Tank.
Eat.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no money line. You just
Poe had the
lazy.
line through the apartment, man, for the grapes.
Yeah,
They
man.
were selling them in the apartment.
Wow.
The line was going back to the gate in the front of the apartment.
We got to get these grapes to LA.
Man, that's crazy. All right, real quick, I got a lot of homies that's trying to make the pivot out of the streets into the game. You know what I'm saying? What's some advice you would give them to, like, as far as, like, you know how people be 1 foot in, 1 foot out? I always tell them go all in on the music. What's something advice you would give
I
them?
definitely want to tell them to go all in on the music.
No?
It's hard. You can't go all in till you all in. That's all I can tell you. Especially if this is a way. Man, music is expensive.
Right.
Who gonna fund it if you stop, like, and then you become a help me out, put me on type of dude, which nobody wants to help.
Nobody wants them around.
Yeah. And sometimes you need that lifestyle to fuel this lifestyle and what you're doing with it. You just have to be more careful. And you might have to remove some of the cancerous cells that's around. But I hustled up until the point where I ain't have to hustle no more.
That's
Be
what's
for real with you,
The last thing, can we please get, this might be a tech question.
please.
Can we get these mixtapes on Spotify? Cody Cowboy, True Religion. They're up there? Oh,
They up
man,
there.
I'm
I
all
think
still on
they
this
I think
damn
they got
Dap
Disturbing the
Piff
Peace name on them, though. We need to see.
They on his profile?
catalog is so extensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got to go all the
Man,
way.
pop it, champ.
I'm still on
My
that. I'm still
catalog's
on
so
that Piff app.
extensive.
Like
Expedition.
2 Chainz, T.R.U.
Yeah,
The
appreciate
album
you.
is out.
It's
Fellas,
actually
we
a good album,
appreciate you
too.
coming up, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all
Thank
for
you.
having us, man.
Thank
Be
you.
on the lookout for all of the solo music as well from these guys. You guys got Schooler, you got a lot of catalog. A lot of
You know, I'm
catalog.
trying to catch up with Tall.
You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Catch up
You
with
called him
Chainz.
Did you call him Tall?
Yeah.
Oh, is that his?
That's what Bankroll used to call him. Long live Bankroll fresh.
Long live him, man. Real 92.3.